Hello everyone from the internet and welcome back. I am Goolierchain to give a review on One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. Now it's been a while since I've done a video because I have this new setup that I had, and because I've been very busy lately I just can't get to it. But now we are finally at a nice review of one of the games that I think is actually really good, one of the best of 2015. And we'll be talking about why One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 is so damn good. So let's begin. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 include a number of different game modes, but we'll be first starting off talking about the actual story of itself, which is in the lesson log. With this, you complete the original story. It's actually the whole story throughout the entire game, which is really cool because as for me, I don't really watch a lot of the anime, which is where this game comes from. As the story itself, it all starts with this boy that's named Luffy. He goes out to an adventure with his crew because they're pirates, and they all do like fun stuff basically. There really is a lot to talk about One Piece. If you haven't seen the anime, I recommend watching it a little bit, or maybe get a summary, because there was a lot. One Piece is a full-on anime, and I think it's still going pretty much, which is why it's going hard and strong. But you know, I really do like One Piece as an anime, but this game also does a good storytelling. One of the bad things is that I can't show you any of the cutscene because of copyright, but I will say this right now, here's an actual like going through showing how the cutscenes are from like these little boxer pictures, but they're all represented in a nice full motion video of actually in-game characters. They're not using any like anime cuts or anything. It's all in-game characters, and it's beautiful, and the game itself looks really good too. And the story has a lot of things to do in it. There's unlocking things, getting coins, which we'll be talking all about that later. But as for the story itself, it's big. It will take a while to complete. It's definitely worthwhile since the story is very good, and you get to play through all of your favorite characters that you have in One Piece. And if you're new to One Piece, this would actually be a good game for you. Now, there is only one problem. This game voices specifically are all in Japanese. You can read all of the words, but since this whole thing is in Japanese, you have to kind of deal with it, which isn't really too bad. If you've watched animes, and sometimes you will see the earliest episodes and they only have it in Japanese, but there's like English sub, which means English words, basically it's subtitles. But when there's some English dub, it means they actually have voices. This game does not have that, which is a little bit sad, but it's actually really easy to deal with, and some of the voices in Japanese are actually better than the normal. So with that said and doing, now be the story covered up, and let's talk more about the gameplay of it. Now, when you first play the game, you only have a selected amount of characters you can play as you be driven right into the story. But after that, you also get the option to play as other characters, which for me, I have unlocked every single character in the story. And not only that, when you start your beginning, you can check out skills, the skill posters, which we're going to be talking all about that later. There's a lot of things to talk about. But the skill sets, you can change your skills, and it will give you benefits when you're fighting. And these are very useful when you're going into Dream Islands, which basically it's these little islands where you have to fight these random battles, and they get really, really tough. This game is very, very easy, but when you rank up the difficulty to something like super hard mode, the game definitely becomes a nightmare. Get it? There's actually a nightmare world. No, not funny. I'm sorry. Oh, but no. The game itself, with the gameplay, the combat is very fluid. It's never really slowing down. I really haven't experienced that much lag of the game. Some characters will have massive amounts of like special attacks, which can lag the game, but I've only rarely seen it. There are some characters that are just better than other characters. And really, there's one thing that this game has it's going for, which is its repetition. The reason why I say that is because in order to enjoy this game, you got to enjoy the repetition of beating thousands and thousands of men in one swoop. That's kind of the ideal of the whole game. even in the beginning of the story, and this is no lie, you play as a one-man army. You are Luffy, and you're literally going through every single guy, and there's like, I think there's like 3,000 in the beginning, and you basically defeat them all by yourself. It's pretty insane, and it really does make you feel like a badass. But like I said, later on when you start trying to unlock stuff, you'll kind of be wary of this, like I am. It's the only real problem this game has. With that being said, the game itself looks really good. Even all of the clothes like Shanks has right now, we actually be getting a close-up later on. But not only that, the fighting with other characters are pretty okay. When you go into this awakening mode that I just did, which is called in the Kasuno Wars, or however you say, Kasunu, it's weird, it's Japan. But right here I'm fighting Blano. He's a character from One Piece, of course, which every single time you fight like a captain or leader at the end of the stage, they have 3 bars of health. They also have this weird state of which they can't really get stunned, which is represented above the bar, and your bar right there is how much time you have left in the Kusana or Kusana, I can never say that right, in the mode. But once you use special ability, you can do an ultimate team attack, which is actually really cool. And not only that, it gets its own name depending on what characters are with you, and it changes every single time, which is really cool. But like I said, most of the characters, like the leaders, are pretty much easy to take care of, though. And like I said, some characters are way overpowered, and they will kill you in one hit if you're not careful, which is pretty insane. So right there, I just won the battle and everything. Actually, you can make battles very short. Some of them can go really long, like we're talking about like 30 minutes, but some of them can go as fast as like 3 minutes. Right here we got a ranking screen, got an A on that. The highest is an S. I don't know the lowest. It's really hard to get a bad grade in this game. After that you level up. Right here you can level up to 100, but that's thanks to the coins. Right here we have a like skill chart right here. It's called the crew level up. Every single time you level up crew like here, you get more stuff. And right here we got some more golden coins. Delicious. I have not 100% completed this game, and probably by this review I still can't. But with that being said, there are so many characters to pick from. It's insane, and there are so many costumes that you can use. The game is just full. And I really don't want to say the number of characters. I haven't played myself. I think there's like 32 characters, 34. So there's over 30 characters. I know that, which is a lot for a game like this. Which is good. It deserves all the love it can get. They're all in mapped of Pirate 1, Pirate 2, although the Straw Hat Pirates and the Marines. So they all have their own categories, which is cool. Not only that, they have their own taunts that they can do, or like they can put on their hats, like Ace has right now, which is really cool actually. I like this detail. So you can either have his hat off, hat on. Other characters, like I said, they have specific taunts that they do that you can do to the enemy, which is also really funny. And the fighting again is just beautiful. Everything looks really good. You can also do team attacks, which is actually kind of weird. What you do is that at the end of your combo, you press the same button again. So for example, we do triangle, square, square, square. You press square again, and your teammate will do one attack for a brief moment. Which is kind of helpful, but not too helpful. One other thing that I should mention about this game is that you can't really see it on the screen right now. It will come up, but they, in order to level up your crew, which is how you do it, you know, get your level ups and everything. But there's these exclamation marks, and to get those, you have to use team-based attacks. You either let your teammates kill them, or when you're in Kasunu mode. Damn it, I will never say that way. But when they're in that mode and when you defeat enemies, you'll be able to do that. And you can also save teammates. If they are low on health, they will have a green ring. If you save them, you instantly get Kasuno mode, which is awesome. And some characters like Ace, he's made out of fire, so he cannot be touched by opponents. Again, there are some characters that are really overpowered. And there's the exclamation marks by they're filling up right now, because of how we are using team-based attack. Not only that, sometimes when you are paired up with people like Ace is friends with Whitebeard and Marco, they get special stats bonus, such as the ability to slow down time. Again, this game is insane with how much power you can use. And right here we have Whitebeard, which is one of the strongest characters in the game besides Shanks, taunting and all that. And again, the game looks really good. When you're looking at these, they are really good. And this is on the PS4 and everything. But damn, it's really good. And nothing really looks boring. One problem I do have with the game, though, is that there are a lot of maps. I will say this right now. There are over 40 maps. But when you're doing the tree mode and everything, they keep on getting repeated. And it's really annoying, actually. And like I said, I think the biggest problem I have with this game is the Dream Islands, or the Dream Mode, or Nightmare World, whatever you fucking call it. Because in order to enjoy this game, and I said this earlier, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, you must like the feeling of beating the shit out of people over and over and over and over and over. If you don't like doing that, you're not going to enjoy this game. And like I said, there are combos, but you're kind of limited in that regard to where you have combos, okay, so you start out like, let's say you go to level 50, you can't go to 100 because you need these coins, until you get them all, so you'll be stuck with all of the basic combos, and it can get pretty boring actually, and you won't be able to make things go quick sometimes you'll be able to go into a hard battle, and that's going to take like 30 minutes, but don't worry, the game will give you ass anyways, because again, this game's nice. All the characters actually, like in Wu and Maria, gosh dang it, some of these characters' names are weird, but they have a special bar up to the top left. So right here, in Wu can have more lightning based attack power, and when he does do his lightning, bam, he does a tremendous amount of damage. Which is, again, it's a really cool mechanic for the game. It really does make the characters, in fact, I think it makes the characters stronger. And it's really a gimmick that you can easily go around from. Here's Inwu in his Logia state, where, again, you can't be touched in this state. And here's the team attack. Again, everything looks really good. I love the team attacks. And with that being said, that'll be enough for the gameplay itself. Now, we get to talk about more of the nasty stuff. We're going to talk about the coin. Okay, so before we talk about the coins actually, we are going to talk about some of the options. Now the option menu is pretty simple and basic, but it actually has a lot more than that. Because you can change the subtitle, life bombs above the gauges, and honestly, it's really good settings for a third-person basically kill everyone game. So it's really funny that we actually have this much options. But anyways, with that being said, if we go to the gallery, which has all of the different characters, items that you might see in One Piece, either in-game or out in the episodes. And pretty much this gallery is very useful if you're new to One Piece or just want to learn about a character more and more. Like some of the other characters like Fifi that are now really in the game. But to me, I actually use the gallery a lot with the character glossary, the film, music, and all that fun stuff. It even has its own like little voices and all that, so you can check out the voices, which a lot of them are just hilarious. Honestly, it's really weird, and the portraits of them, and also spoiler alert, the legend which is on screen right now, which is 100% because I did 100% the whole entire story. Because again, this game is really fun. It's very worth it to 100% the story, but not the dream world itself. And again, all of the music, it's just great. It's very different. I can remember some of them, like Magma. Magma is really good. Actually, let me hear you listen to some of these. Okay, so now that you listen to some of them, let's talk about the skill posters real quick. Now, these are just like kind of mini achievements or whatever. Basically, if you play as one of the characters, you can do a special challenge, which if you do that, you can get a new skill. You unlock more and more by doing them. Some of them are very specific, by beating somebody, or simply just playing as them, like get a 1,000 KO, basic enough to where you can basically do them all, which is really nice. With that being said, there was also a crew list, and now this is the whole list right here. I pretty much got a lot of characters at the maximum. You also have level 4, level 3, level 2, and then the bottom is level 1. And each time you do this, you get more and more skills. Not only that, you get rare coins, and you also get some of the expressions and battle data voices from them. So again, it's very useful for doing these, and most likely if you like this game a lot, you'll be getting over like 20 characters maxed out. Now, the terrifying coins. These coins are fucked up. You use these coins in order to upgrade your character, which is pretty nifty, but it's these ones, these golden rare coins, and the only way to get them is in the dream world. These will give you nightmares as there is so much repetition of getting these. You actually need to start over the whole dream world if there's not enough enemies to fight, and that will happen a lot, and I still haven't completed the entire game because of this. And wow, my voice went dead right there, my bad. But with that being said, let's talk about the dream log. The dream log is basically a alternative game mode, and really, I don't know what to say about the dream log. It's a lot more repetition of the same maps in the same game, and it's only used to get these stupid fucking coins. It's ridiculous. This is the only way you can 100% this game, and why the fuck is it meant to be like this way? It is fun to break a character's limit. You can only stay at level 50 if you don't have the golden coins from them, but if you do, you can get to level 100, which is pretty quick, by the way, to level up. But how the fuck do you expect to get all of these coins? It's insane, and there's no way you can level up to level 100 when you even break them, because usually you can upgrade your character by giving it money or belly in this game, but you can't do that for level 100. So what the fuck, does this game really expect me to get all the fucking golden coins? And there's also the nightmare dream world, which basically is just an even harder version with level 100. So guess what? If you can't break a character's limit, there is no way you're gonna fucking do this mode. And even then, if you have a character that is weak, like Chopper, which I do consider him weak, then you're kind of just fucked in the same way around. It is fucking ridiculous, repetitive, and this is the only bad fucking thing about this great game. The only good thing is that you can buy items like bounties, so you can get those golden coins and other things, and they do cost a bit amount of money, but honestly you have so much money from doing over and over that it really doesn't matter, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to go through. I have to say that right now, just stupid. But anyways, altogether, this game is super great. It is great for One Piece fans and for those who like Dynasty. I think you should really give this game a try. In the end result, I can only say this game gets an 8 out of 10. So good job. It's a very great game. It's a must buy for One Piece fan. Dynasty Warriors, you should really get this because honestly, it's a lot of fun. But for those people who don't like repetitive gameplay, then wow, you are not going to like this game, because you gotta keep this in mind that you have to love to beat the shit out of 1,000 men over and over again. If you can't like that, then you won't like this game. But with that being said, damn, I still got a long way to go before getting Platinum Trophy on this game. It might never even happen. And of course there's that new One Piece fighting game, like can't really remember what it's called, but my bad. But honestly, I really do hope that they do somewhat of a better thing for that game, because if the fighting game has anything to do with golden coins or any kind of stolen coins, I'm going to freak out and just throw my TV out the fucking window just because of these damn coins that has messed up my life with this game.